Wow, this is tremendous. Thank you to the band and to the cheerleaders for coming. Awesome, really, really awesome. Thank you so, so much. So I'm going to start with something that's probably a little unorthodox, but I'm 51 years old, been around for half a century, and I'm now passing my last name down to my kids as well. And I would say throughout my time, I've heard a lot of pronunciations of my last name. So now I think I have figured it out. All I need to do is come to Grand Forks, North Dakota, and say that one of the most outstanding student athletes ever to play here rhymes with my last name. So thank you, Jonathan Chaves. I really do appreciate that. And I look forward to getting to meet you. I know you're a little busy at this stage of the game. With that, I've got a number of thank yous. First and foremost to President Kennedy. To entrust me with this particular position, I'm humbled and I'm honored, and I certainly will not let you down. I look forward to serving this great institution. To the search committee, Dr. DiLorenzo, thank you so much for chairing it. Wonderful, wonderful job. Peter Johnson, who was my host during the visit. I didn't realize during that time that we would have someone else named Betsy on the trip with us, but Betsy made it interesting for sure. And I'm not sure who the actual policeman was or campus officer that let us into that door on Thursday morning, but he's a star, and I can't wait to go see him when I come back on campus. Carr Sports Associates and Bill Carr, thank you very, very much. Bill's a professional, and I really appreciated him through the process. Certainly I want to thank Eastern Washington University, Cheney, Spokane. For the last 10 years, I've called Spokane and Cheney home, and it's been a great ride. I couldn't be any more excited about what we were able to accomplish, but at the end of the day, it came back to our student athletes and our coaches and our staff. They're the ones that did all the heavy lifting, and I look forward to the same things occurring here in Grand Forks. To Brian Faison and his team and Daniela, congratulations on your exciting opportunity. I've gotten to know Brian and Daniela and Sue during the Big Sky meetings over the last 5 years, and I've been able to, from afar, watch the programs evolve here, and the last 9 or 10 years have been amazing. I hope that under our new leadership, we'll take the baton and sprint around the track as well, so we're excited about that. Overall, again, humbled and honored to be here. It's an exciting opportunity. I know that this particular situation, especially with the majority of the sports going back into the Summit League and rekindling rivalries up and down I-29, is going to be an exciting, exciting time, and I look forward for the next decade. So how do I make decisions? I think that's probably pretty important for you to know how an athletic director makes a decision. You have to have a lens, and my lens is when something walks into my office, I say, is it good for the student athlete? Is it good for the department? Is it good for the university? Is it good for the state? And that keeps you grounded, because many, many things are going to come through that office. And if you're not grounded, you want to make sure the very first thing is it good for the student athlete? And talking about the student athlete, it's about you. That's why we're here. It's ultimately about the student, for sure, at an institution of higher learning. But as the athletic director, it's about the student athlete. I'll ask them to do 3 things. I'll ask them to earn their degree, number 1. Absolutely, it's why they're here. Be a leader, but be a leader in action. And then perform to your highest ability when you're here. Time is short. The window is short. It's going to go by fast. I ask them to do that over and over again. To our coaches and staff, I look forward to working with you, hand in hand. I just met with them upstairs a little bit 10 minutes ago, and I can't wait to come and figure out how can we lift everything up. That's the question. The One UND strategic plan for the institution is tremendous. I think the athletic department can follow suit and envelope in with a plan of their own that can lift all the ships in the department, and I look forward to doing that. Start with potentially a listening tour. Make sure that we listen to everybody. There's many constituencies that are concerned about this particular entity, and I'm excited about the opportunity to make sure we listen and then we activate well. To the UND community, please know, faculty, staff, you're incredibly important. We're all in it together. It's a very visible platform, and we need to do our part to grow the institution. That's why we exist, to make sure that this platform is used in a way that makes you proud every single day. To the Grand Forks community in the state of North Dakota, this is a big responsibility. Lots of accountability. I understand that coming in. Please know you'll get my best every single day. To our loyal alums, fans, and supporters, our job is to make you UND proud every day. I'm not quite sure how that's going to be every single day, but it will be every single day. I know many of you have pledged your loyalty. I know I pledged mine today, which is great. And you'll be getting something. Champions clubs and season ticket holders will be getting a letter from me in the near future as well. And finally, before I wrap up, I just want to thank my family. I didn't think I'd get emotional. They're special. I know it'll be tough on them coming here, but they're going to find a beautiful, beautiful life here. I know it. The people are great here. You have 10 years at somewhere and you unwind. They're going to have a great 10 years when they come here. And I can't wait for them to be here. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. But it's why I do what I do. With that, I stand for questions.
You guys have never been that easy on me in the past. If there's no, we got a question right here. Go ahead.
What's your background? Where were you brought up? Where did you live in young years of your life? And what about your wife? If you could comment on your family background.
Sure. Liz is flying right now. She's going to meet us in Fargo, and she by far and away is the athlete of the family. She just got inducted to our Town Hall of Fame in Connecticut. She was a soccer player, and again, easily the best athlete in the family. There's no, bar none on that one. Although my middle child will probably try to debate that a little bit. And I've got 3 children, 17, 14, and 12. So to be in this industry and to be able to stabilize a family at ages 7, 4, and 2 in one community was tremendous. And we had a similar situation. We kind of came into Spokane and knew nobody. And, you know, and we leave there with lifelong friends. And because at the end of the day, it's certainly not about me. It's about the institution. It's obviously about the state. And it's about, on a day-to-day basis, our student athletes. How can we be better every day? Born and raised in New England, been around the country, been in every time zone. And now we come back to, I guess, the central time zone since we've been there once before. I'm a Red Sox fan, sorry. Celtic fan, and an old Whalers fan. So this is what I'll say about passionate. This is the passionate piece. I grew up in New England, the old New England Whalers, and so that was in the early 70s, and then they disbanded in 97. Well, Liz and I happened to be, before kids had season tickets at that point in time, and this is how passionate people can be, right, with their tickets. I still remember section 111, row M, seats 9 and 10. And that's 20 years ago. So that's where you have to be very concerned about, you know, this is a big deal for a lot of people, and we understand that, and we'll be sensitive to that each and every day.
Let me also say that he's and his wife are going to get a chance. Debbie is going to help his wife understand North Dakota welcoming her here today, but we're going to be at the game, the basketball game. President Bershani has invited us all to come down and have dinner with him and his athletic director, and we'll be at the game seeing about those Dakota rivals today. Well, everybody else is thinking of a second question. We're sitting here in the Ralph, as I referred to it, the Taj Mahal of hockey, the best hockey facility on the planet. Perhaps speak a little bit more about your passion for hockey.
Well, I mentioned the Whaler piece, and my son, who's a 14-year-old, he's a Bantam. He plays hockey, and in fact, the last 2 weekends, my wife was up in Creston this past weekend. I was in Castlegar the weekend before, and it's just there's only 60 some odd schools that play hockey in Division I, and there's 351 Division I schools. I've been at 3 before. I was at Quinnipiac, who you all know well from a couple of years ago, UMass, and Northeastern. And over the last 10 years, what's been interesting, and probably what has helped me to some degree, is I've gotten to know the owner of the Spokane Chiefs very, very well, and I've been really dialed in with them, understanding the junior game. And that's probably something I really didn't understand as well until you're plugged in. And so I've been fortunate to be able to be near it over the last 10 years, quote unquote, to get my fix, if you will, but ultimately excited about this opportunity here. Obviously, hockey is just a historical program, and look at this again, Taj Mahal. Obviously, it's tremendous, but I look forward to all of our other sports, getting to another level as well. Not even, again, as I've used today, they're not even a teenager in Division I at this point in time, and I'm excited about that opportunity, especially being able to go back to the Summit and rekindle I-29 rivalries.
Anybody else have questions? If not, let's... Okay. I just want to make sure before Peter does the last, we do want to call it, and let's give Daniela a round of applause for her promotion.
So Bill mentioned the Whalers and the passion, and when I picked him up at the airport yesterday, by golly, he was wearing a Whalers hat. Can you believe that? Uniforms are important.
So I believe we have a gift for our new athletic director. He was smart enough to pick up a green tie on the way here, but we have a jersey to make sure that he's well suited to be out there.
I'll leave you with this, Peter. Somewhat of the reason why I had the Whaler hat is because it's the right Kelly green, too, and my wife made sure you get a tie that matches that hat. So that's kind of how that all worked out.